Welcome back, everybody, to episode 14 of the No Nonsense Sports Podcast. I'm here with Johnny, Trent, and Ant as always. Today, we're out of divisions to talk about in the NFL, so we're going to go ahead and break down to you some big NBA news that's happened this week, along with some NFL news. We'll dive into the last little bit of the top 100 list that they released at 20-1, give you some college football inside information, and go ahead and give you guys our first No Nonsense parlay pick. So stay tuned for all
Turn up
that.
that money, man.
Yes, sir. We're gonna go ahead and start off rip with the NBA news, though. Just want to get your take on this, Trent, specifically because you're a big LeBron guy. The Lakers made some big moves.
For sure.
Added Patrick Beverly, got rid of Tucker and Johnson. How did you feel about that?
So I had mixed emotions about it. Yes, I love Pat Bev, but the problem is just thinking about what the Lakers could have received for Tucker at one point, but basically deemed him untouchable. They passed on Kyle Lowry proposal for him, which Johnny, you already know he's a dog. And then they eventually chose to re-sign him over Caruso. The one plus, if you're a Laker fan, you can look at it, frees up $20 million. So if you're still holding on to the hope for Kyrie, that could be a possible thing next offseason when he's a free agent.
So, question: does that open up now, that cap space? So is that cap available this year? So I know all you LeBron fans love to say it's a win now year every year. You guys are gonna go to the ring, but he needs help. Do you guys think the Lakers add help now since they cleared up that cap, or do you think they wait for the free agent market?
I mean, there's no free agents left, really.
Nah, but now that you have cap space, you can trade and bring in a player, right? Worth a damn. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
What I was seeing is there's a possibility that they do what, now that they have Pat Bev, they do what Houston did with John Wall last year. Yeah, I mean, he's on the team, but he's not traveling with us. He's only at home games. So, I mean, I don't know what that does for them as a team.
Who's that? Pat Bev? You're talking about Pat Bev?
No, I'm talking about Russ.
Oh,
now that they have Pat Bev, they would do that with Russ. I mean, I don't understand why. Like, you signed him, or he opted in, so it makes no sense to me.
You're gonna pay him all that money to play half a season?
I mean, from what I've seen,
not play at all.
They're ready to rock. Like, they're ready to go with Russ from what I've seen.
I think it was Woj. It was like I think he listed out like three different options that the Lakers have, and that was one of them.
I mean, yeah, I think it's an option. I don't think it's a viable one. I don't think they do that. What do you think about it, Ant?
I mean, there's crazy reports coming out like every day. I saw Jeannie Buss yesterday saying she thought he was our best player last season. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on out there. So
you said our best player. You're a Lakers fan, or are you a LeBron fan?
No, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm no LeBron fan. I'm a Kobe fan. But
the guy averaged 30 points a game. You can't tell me this.
No, trust me. I love him. But it's always the magic. It's the magic debate.
No. I get. I'm just saying how can she say that this man averaged 30 points per game?
Lane, bro.
I think she was just trying to be nice, trying to hype him up for this season.
So much hate last year.
Yeah, I mean, the guys they brought in for the Lakers, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I still have hope.
Hold on, I do like Lonnie Walker though. I feel like he's gonna bring a lot of
I don't see him getting PT.
Yeah, they could have done a lot better.
Bro, if they play Austin Reeves, they better play Lonnie Walker. That's all I got.
I think they were playing Austin Reeves because the season was kind of like going down the toilet.
I mean, who else is going to be on the floor? I mean, I know they signed Troy Brown. But I'm saying bench wise, they're gonna get PT. Somebody has to be on the floor. Like, they also got Bryant though, right? Thomas Bryant.
They did, but I don't really know where he's gonna fit either. Does he gonna get a lot?
I see that. I could see him like drumming. So at the time, I was like, "Oh, that's huge for the Lakers."
It helps them against the Clippers, because they have what's his name? He's a back to the basket big. Can't think of his name.
Zubac.
Yeah. That's about all that helps with, I think.
So, like, certain matchups, you think that's when it will come into play and be beneficial for them?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see that.
Man, my curious is Kendrick Nunn ever going to play a game?
No.
Well, he was hurt last year, though.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, if we brought in Beverly,
I was literally having this discussion with someone the other day, and they were like, "Oh, Kendrick Nunn, we need to get rid of him, this and that." I'm like, "Bro,
You
this
guys
man didn't
haven't even
even
seen
touch.
him. Yeah,
Yeah,
haven't
he
never
seen him
played
hasn't
in
a
the
game.
touched the
Lakers.
floor in a Laker uniform yet, and you're just quick to ship him up out of there."
The last
I
time
mean,
he
you see,
played, he was in the running for what
yeah, you
offensive
see what he
or
did on
rookie
the
of the
Heat.
year.
Yeah, I was mad we let him go.
Didn't they sign that boy from
That's a
the
crazy thing to
Warriors?
say.
He was like a dunk contest participant.
Oh,
Um,
Juan Toscano Anderson.
yeah, I'm looking at their depth chart right now. He might start.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
See, that's the thing with the Lakers. See, I just never understand because or understood this, or I guess I could say with the LeBron team. It's like because you got one of the best playmakers ever, one of the highest IQs, and one who's like physically you can barely stop him going to the basket, and you don't surround him with shooters, which I feel like that would be the
Well,
smartest thing.
I'm confused though, because isn't his name the GM? Like, doesn't he build his team the way he wants it? Why isn't he putting shooters around his fucking self? He's the one who brought Russ in. Magic already came out and said that he wanted to bring DeRozan in, and LeBron said no, I want Russ. So DeRozan's not great from three, but he's fucking better than Russell is. So
I mean, if they're
if you're gonna blame people for not having the roster he
I
needs
mean,
around him, I mean, he's the GM for a reason. He builds the teams he wants.
Magic was already long gone when Russ came there.
yeah,
Magic had nothing to do with that. It was what's his name, Rob.
Hold on,
Palinka.
I'll pull
Palinka.
up the interview.
Yeah, Magic was long.
I
gone.
mean, bro, I've seen a lot of people say a lot of things, so like
Magic said it out his
you gotta
mouth.
take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, if Magic said it, that's
I
a
mean-
blatant lie. He wasn't there. Have you seen that interview? I'm not going to be here. He wasn't
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I think LeBron, he definitely plays a part, but like he's not pulling the trigger on every decision.
Yeah.
Or Kyrie would be a Laker right now.
And I mean, my biggest thing with it is I'm not going to say he didn't want Russell Westbrook there, but if it was his choice, from what I remember, it came down to like him or Chris Paul. Chris Paul would have been in a fucking Lakers uniform if LeBron.
I forgot we
had
did
his
talk
way.
about that the one day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the DeRozan deal was on the table, and Magic says the DeRozan Lakers deal almost happened before LeBron. Trying to get the rest of this fucking quote. Before LeBron and Russ talked. This is the exact quote.
I mean, I guess, but he wasn't there, so.
I mean, maybe I might have, like I said, I remember seeing it. He could not have been involved in it. Maybe is he not in the Lakers organization at all anymore?
He's like an influencer.
Yeah. They reach out to him for certain things.
Yeah, his roles are kind of hands off, but he's still involved. So I'm gonna ask you guys this then. So to that question, think about 2 or 3 years ago. Who are you taking? If you're the Lakers,
mean, since we want to
are
bring
you taking Russ
Magic,
or DeRozan?
My thing, since we brought up Magic, isn't he the one who deemed Kyle Kuzma untouchable? You shipped off every fucking buddy, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and you made Kyle Kuzma said he's untouchable. And then want to bring up LeBron wanting Russ there. I would love to have Lonzo Ball and fucking Brandon Ingram over at Kyle Kuzma right
Lonzo would be the best fit for this team right now.
Brandon Ingram's over there averaging 26 a game.
Isn't Lonzo's best part of his game though his IQ and his like playmaking? Isn't that why
and defense?
He's a very good defender.
Very good defender. Yeah, I'll give you that. Very good defender. But he didn't even fix his jump shot till he left. And I think that's the biggest problem with the Lakers, right? Is that they just don't seem like they can develop talent. Why did all these guys get better when they left?
They just don't have time for it.
I'm saying the Lakers always have that win now mentality. They're not going to sit here and develop talent. They want you to be a superstar when you come into the league.
Well, here's
that's crazy. I didn't know Magic said that about Kyle Kuzma making him untouchable because BI was the best player on that team, I thought.
Yeah.
But what were you about to say, Ant?
Anybody but Kuzma. I mean, Lonzo's better than fucking Kuzma.
Lonzo didn't play extremely well though, did he? I know a lot of people were upset with how he started.
He was bricking.
Right. He did not look good.
Well, that's just because like what came with it, like
too much expectation.
The expectations, yeah, like
because
you had LeVar Ball, Magic, they're talking about his jersey's gonna be, that's what I'm saying. Wait, did you guys see the Draymond Green podcast? He had Kuzma on. and he was saying if it would have been any other player from that team that they shipped off, like if it would have been Brandon Ingram that stayed, they wouldn't have won that championship because he was saying like Kyle Kuzma's fit and role was best fitting for that team, and that's why they won that championship in the bubble.
I can't call that at all.
Because he's saying like his shot is better than Brandon Ingram's at the time.
No,
Because Brandon Ingram was more of like a drive to the like a slasher.
He was
And
shy during those times.
Kuzma played like shit.
I was gonna say, didn't he shoot like
played
20%? Am I tripping? I could have sworn they put up his stats from the bubble.
They're forgetting Anthony Davis played outside of his mind in the bubble. He's the biggest reason they won that fucking shit, I think.
Facts.
Yeah,
you're not gonna. I'm not here letting you give LeBron the out talking about he needs to have shooters around him. That man builds.
He does though.
He does.
He doesn't. He doesn't build the team, bro. Like I said, like Johnny just said, he would have Chris Paul there.
Every team he goes to, I'm not saying he gets the exact players he wants. But every time he goes to a team, he blows it up completely. And
bro, because I'm sure he definitely plays a part.
Yeah, I mean,
he plays a part. And he's like, I like these players. Like if you can get them,
you can't tell me that they're blowing up teams without LeBron's permission.
I do think so. Yeah.
Then how did he get the nickname?
Because bro,
people fucking blow shit out of proportion like you are right now. That I mean, I can't agree with that ever. No.
This man has
We're gonna call him GM. Magic Johnson is the reason why that team got fucking blown up. Anthony Davis didn't want to be in New Orleans anymore, and obviously he makes one guy untouchable. Then you just send everyone to New Orleans for Anthony Davis. That's not on LeBron. LeBron didn't say make Kuzma untouchable.
But back to the original, do you guys like Pat Bev over Tucker?
Yes.
Fit wise, yeah.
Yeah, THT it was too big for him. That spotlight was way too big, bro.
Yeah, I would say wouldn't THT didn't have all the hype of him going into the season and then pretty much belly flop
to last season too.
Yeah.
I never saw it with him.
Me either.
I'm not saying he's like a bad player. It's just
don't
I didn't
Lakers
see
do that,
what.
though? Don't all Laker fans do that?
Nah, he was hyped in like Summer League, and then they're like, "Oh, Kyle Kuzma killed Summer League, so maybe he'll be the next Kyle Kuzma potential." And then he just
wasn't it.
Yeah.
But to give him that bag too, that was like what, 3 years, $30 million.
Yeah, but everyone in the NBA gets paid. I remember Dellavedova got paid like $45 million 1 year.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone gets.
That's for that finals against the wasn't it? Then he got paid. But speaking on that Summer League topic, someone else kind of balled out in Summer League, Holgram, but he's out now for the remainder of the season. Tore some tendons in his foot, if I'm not mistaken. Do you guys think Pro-Am games are worth it at that point? Like I don't know anything. What's the purpose of a Pro-Am game? Like is it like a charity, like a charity type event, or is it just the NBA players going out there having fun? Like I'm confused as to why I wouldn't be risking my number 2 overall pick.
I mean, if you're going to do it, they do it. You should be doing it when you're young.
Yeah.
I don't know why LeBron's still out there.
So that's why I asked if it was a charity thing or if it was kind of like a Summer League thing to get these guys just more playing time at that speed. Because if it's a charity event, you think you want the vets out there just going out there having fun like your LeBrons, guys who would bring money in rather than, I didn't know if it was like more Summer League or more just like a fuck off, like a YMCA type game. I don't really know exactly what it is. I just find it, to me, it's a tough loss to lose him in a game that meant nothing.
I mean, he could have got hurt anywhere, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And to me, I think it's just a combination of both. It's like for charity, entertainment, but then also these guys are trying to compete and get a workout. You know what I mean? Sharpen their tools. Like you're gonna be doing that by playing against other top players. You know what I'm saying? Other than just doing like drill work and stuff. Like, I mean, I know you've seen like, what is it? Is it called the Black Ops? Those runs, like they get super competitive.
Oh yeah.
So like, it could have happened in that game. It just sucks that this is what happened because now going forward, organizations are probably going to be like, hey, look, you're not going to be able to play in the summer like that.
I don't think the Thunder are too concerned about it because
I don't think they are either.
They're not going to be good this year. And there's a 7'3" French guy coming out next year. Yep. And they're going to be right in the running to have a 7'1" and a fucking 7'3" guy to pair up with Gilgeous Alexander. I mean,
And Josh Giddey.
yeah. So
'Cause
it's an Embiid thing. I think he's
that's
going to sit, and they're just going to load up on these picks that they got from fucking trading Russ away, trading fucking what's his name, Paul George away. Yeah,
bro. The two of them, that's gonna be a cheat code. And for those of you that haven't seen him play, you gotta go to YouTube now and check out his highlights because I mean it's gonna be
tough.
a problem.
It is tough.
Yeah, I know it's crazy when his those videos come on my page.
Yeah.
I mean,
any
he's
basketball
working
related, and
out good there.
I'm watching him just out here
Okay,
working.
but they need to stop saying with the comparisons and stuff because the first YouTube video I saw was like the next LeBron James. He doesn't play anything like LeBron James. Like
7'3".
Yeah, and
Stop it.
He's 7'3", and he looks like he's 110 pounds.
Well, this man,
He
plays like
Chet. He looks smaller than
He
Chet.
plays like Chet.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How do I mean I can't, but I just, if it's you guys, are you putting him out there in a pro-am game?
Well, I mean, he's his own individual. You can only say so much unless
Yeah.
you have it in a contract. You can't be like, "Hey, buddy, don't go out there and play." Like,
It has nothing. So this has nothing to do with an NBA. This is just him going out there.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, that's why I said talking. I didn't know what it was for, so that makes more sense.
Jamal
I
Crawford.
thought it was
It's Jamal Crawford's like event. He runs it.
Okay. Makes more sense now. So he was literally just out there getting reps in and just got fucked up. Okay. Makes a little bit more sense in my mind because all right, makes more sense. Staying on topic though, RJ Barrett got his contract extension. Do you guys think it's money well deserved, or we know the Knicks like to overpay?
I mean, this makes him the youngest Knick player to get $100 or $100 million deal. So
he got $100 deal.
Yeah, I saw on SportsCenter this morning. He's still going to be a Jazz sooner than later. I saw it dictates the markets, and now they just going to revamp the trading. They said that they almost had a trade done on Sunday, but it was all about draft picks, and now they just paid him his money. And then
didn't they say they had until Monday to like lock in the deal, and if not, they were going to pay him?
Well, now they're saying if they pay him, which they already did, when they trade him over to Utah, he can't renegotiate. He can't like take a king's ransom. So now they know what they're about to get out of RJ.
Right.
Yep.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah, he's the focal point.
I saw it was like some picks and also their young player Quentin Grimes, but the Knicks didn't really want to get rid of him, right?
Yeah, he's like the player that's like fucking up the trade right now.
Do you guys like Donovan Mitchell in New York? So I'm assuming you guys talking about Utah. I'm assuming Donovan Mitchell's involved in that.
I like Donovan Mitchell out of Utah. I don't care where he goes. I think he just needs a new start.
His little ass next to Jalen Brunson's little ass.
What's Kemba too? Isn't he still there?
I think Kemba got bought out or he's gone.
They bought him out. I heard he might be coming back to Charlotte. It's like Charlotte or Detroit. Those are the two teams.
Okay. But those two little ass guards, you like that in New York? I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just oversizing it, but aren't they both small and not very good defenders?
I mean, Donovan Mitchell's, he's kind of stocky. He ain't small. I mean, Brunson's small.
I thought Donovan Mitchell was like 6'1".
Nah, bro.
He's at least 6'4".
He's like 6. Yeah, he's like 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they got Randall.
I think they're both
and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, if they get rid of Barrett, does that mean Cam Reddish's gonna get more burn?
Probably.
I saw they
hope so.
What'd you say?
Bro, Donovan Mitchell is 6'1".
No, bro, that's cap. He's not 6'1".
I just pulled it up.
The shooting guard? I don't believe that.
So what's Brunson? What's Brunson like?
Bro, I don't care what you pulled up. It doesn't matter. It's lying because he's not 6'1".
You're right. He's not. He's probably 5'11".
No, bro.
What does that make?
Jalen Brunson 6'1". They're both 6'1". So I said I thought they were both little. It's got them both listed at 6'1".
Let's say this. I think if that's the case, Mitchell's 6'1", Brunson's definitely like 5'10".
That's what I'm saying.
That's a little more.
They lie up about height. They're not making a guard smaller than what he is. That just doesn't make sense. Now I will say Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than 6'1". Like he's still above the rim and doing all that, but I knew he was small.
I at least thought he was
Y'all,
6'3".
y'all had me going crazy. No, because he's not taller than Steph. We put him and Steph next to you. He's not bigger than Steph.
Here's my question. Would you get rid of Russ and some picks and take Donovan Mitchell, or you just keep it how it is?
I'd keep it how it is. I mean, Donovan, he's a shooting guard. He's not a fucking two. He's not a facilitator.
Yeah, but you brought Beverly in to do that.
Yeah.
Now you put a
No,
perimeter
we brought
scoring
Beverly
option.
in to play defense.
But you
He's
put
not
a
a
perimeter
facilitator.
scoring option on that Lakers team. I don't know who else is doing that from who's scoring on the perimeter in LA right now. It's a genuine question.
No one.
And I like Donovan Mitchell I think Donovan Mitchell I think that's a better fit than him going to New York.
Especially as far as a future look. He's only 25.
Right. Oh,
Russ
he's
is,
I forgot he's
yeah. Russ is like 30, 33?
I do
Something like
that trade will never happen.
Yeah.
So I don't think Utah wants to go that far into a rebuild, especially not they wouldn't pick up Russ's contract.
Yeah.
But
That's what they want RJ.
I would like that better than him going to New York, personally. But that's all I got for the NBA, unless there's something you guys want to touch on.
Nope.
No.
I mean, we did have a fan question. We could go ahead and knock that out right now since we're here on the NBA.
Yeah. Okay.
Already here on the
okay.
NBA.
Trent's out here trying to make my job harder.
What I mean.
Give me a second. I thought this was gonna be Ant's job this week.
You said it was
Yep. So Parlay Pirate asked for an NBA question for this episode. Upcoming NBA season, who is going to be the most improved or a breakout player? And obviously, first time you guys are hearing a fan question, gonna go ahead and knock this out now. There's one name you cannot say. And that's Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
It was commented on the list. No cheating, no easy way outs. No one can use that name.
Oh, they commented on the YouTube.
Someone asked a question, and
that is a good one.
G-Man gave his name Michael Porter Jr. So go ahead and give us something different. I do like that name. I think it's a great name. Injured last year. I think Nuggets have a great year, and I think he's a part of that. So I think it's a great name. But don't say that one. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, John. Who's your breakout or most improved player this year?
Oh man, I'm going to say Gilgeous-Alexander with
SGA.
Yeah, with Chet Holmgren going down, he's just the load is on him and Jot and Giddy. They're not going to be good, but he's going to look good in those games. That's my guy. I think he's one of the most underrated point guards or guards.
I think that's
in the
consensus. I think a lot of people are calling him the most underrated. So speaking of underrated, how long can you be underrated before you start getting overrated? Because people love talking about their underrated players, and then everyone loves them, and then he becomes overrated. How long do you think that rides for? I feel like there's always those guys, right? Because Bradley Beal was severely underrated, and then he went to severely overrated really fast.
Nah, he's not overrated, bro.
He's one of the best shooting. He's one of the best shooting guards.
I hear a lot of people talk about him being overrated.
A lot of people are on drugs because that man is a bucket.
I ain't gonna argue that. You know what I mean? Drugs are fun, but it's like
Bradley Beal's that guy.
Don't do drugs, kids.
I think he's probably going to stay underrated until they get good, and they're
2 years.
Close.
2 years off of it.
If they get Chet back healthy, and if they get this guy 7'3" fucking French guy next year, those two with Giddy and Gilgeous, that could be very scary.
Okay. What about you, Ant?
I have Tyrese Halliburton from the Pacers. And the reason why I think he's going to be a breakout player is they traded away their focal point in Sabonis.
Yep.
Obviously, Brogdon didn't fit with Halliburton, or they would have kept him. So they're just going to give the keys to the kingdom to Halliburton. And he was the biggest reason why everyone was shocked when he was traded over there, because most people thought it would have been like Fox or
because Halliburton. That's what I was gonna say. I agree.
Exactly.
With that. Halliburton should still be in Sacramento.
Yeah, they were saying it was like one of the worst trades because it was supposed to be for Fox. And with Halliburton getting swapped in, everyone was shocked because Halliburton is going to be the future of Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
This dog's pissing me off. I like that name too.
Yeah, I was
All right.
wondering what was happening
Yeah,
over there.
bro. He's just in my face right now.
Thought you had a mean itch on your leg or something.
Go ahead, Trent. Give me yours. Give me your name. Give me your name.
All right, so he's obviously not going to be a breakout player, but it's going to be just a most improved.
Okay.
And that's Westbrook. I think he's going to put a stop to all the noise. Everyone was quick to put the blame on him.
Are we talking about most improved from last season? Westbrook can't improve off his.
What do
your
you
most
mean?
improved player. How old's Westbrook?
You can still improve from the last season. Morant, they were trying to give Morant the most improved
They
player
didn't
this year,
try
right?
to. He won it, motherfucker. What are you talking about? They didn't try
Oh,
to
he
do
did
shit.
win it? Okay,
Yeah.
well then even
You
more.
better put
Yeah,
some respect on that. Okay, the difference between Russell Westbrook and John Morant. John Morant's been in the league 3 years. Russell
well,
Westbrook's in the
okay,
league 13
well,
years.
to me, fuck the award. I'm just saying who I think is gonna improve the most.
Okay, so you're
Well,
looking on it.
next
You're
I
season.
looking
mean,
on it
so then
straight from
breakout
last
then.
season.
Yeah,
You're looking
Alright.
on it straight from last season. Okay.
But
Westbrook.
yeah, see stuff like that. We're putting that.
I mean, that's not ending.
Shoot terribly. He shot like 44% last year. And I mean, if you look at the list, he shot better than a lot of quote unquote knockdown guards. So
Yeah, and these knockdown guards aren't hitting the top of the backboard and airball.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not
Yeah,
that
it's
I'm
his
not
he's
talking
shot.
about
missing,
his
it's how
bad
he's
misses.
missing.
Yeah, it's the
Not-
takes he takes.
But it's not that he's missing, Trent. It's how he's missing. I feel like every game he had at least one of those that made
Well-
ESPN's not top 10.
And it's the turnovers too. You led the league in turnovers.
Right, and
For
he
sure,
shouldn't
but
have,
I
he shouldn't have
feel
the ball that
like
much.
I feel like their coach didn't set him up in the best situation, the best lineups that he could have been running. And I think with Darvin Ham coming in, he's going to know how to basically coach Russ better, in my opinion.
All right.
But we all know the Russell Westbrook, you're going to get the high energy. This man plays the same way every night. So if he can cut back on the turnovers and take smarter shot selections, he's going to be a lot more efficient.
Yeah,
I mean, he averaged like 18 and this is it's the same dude who normalized the triple double. Like before he started doing that, you saw a triple double like every 25 games or something.
Yeah, the first 70 years in the NBA, one person averaged a triple double, then Russ does it for 4 straight years. The guy can fucking hoop. Just don't turn the fucking ball over.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying like
That's why stats don't
the hate that he's getting, it doesn't correlate with what he's done the past couple of years.
Yeah,
I think people are forgetting like
Russ's career. It clears a lot of high-end players' careers right now, easy. Not even
for sure. Yeah,
when you go off stats.
Like
Off
how
stats,
special
off
a
stats,
player
he's better
is.
than fucking Steph, stat-wise.
Yeah, just one has 4. He is.
Yeah,
he has more points, more rebounds, more steals,
literally everything. Like everyone who's
just
saying
one
LeBron,
has 4 rings.
Yeah, LeBron's better than Jordan because he clears them in all these stats. If you're going off just stats,
Oh, I think meant just by last season, like efficiency. He wasn't.
Nah.
Yeah, I saw that kind of comparison too. But Russ has no rings.
Yeah, Russ has
LeBron
none.
4,
I get it.
so.
Yeah, LeBron is 4 and 10. We get it.
Yeah, we know what could have been if Durant stayed and they didn't trade Harden. Man might have a couple rings.
Yeah, it's crazy that they
never know. That's sports.
They traded Harden to keep Ibaka. That's what's crazy.
That's blows me.
They evaluated that talent real well. Mine's more of a breakout player than a most improved player. I think Cade is gonna have a hell of a year.
I was just making sure you weren't about to say a Memphis Grizzly, so we're good.
I mean, another name we really could consider is Colin Sexton. He's coming back.
I thought he was trying to sign somewhere and nobody wanted him.
I thought they were trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Darius Garland took that, didn't he? I think that's his team now. I love Garland. So I'm okay.
Wasn't Sexton a free agent though, or am I tripping?
Was he?
No, I thought they just stopped playing him. They were trying to like phase him out.
No, he was.
Well, he got hurt.
He was hurt.
He got hurt,
and then
it wasn't them not playing him.
Yeah, he was hurt, and that's when Garland stepped up and became the guy.
What he tore like an ACL or something?
I think he is the guy in Cleveland now, though. I mean, you guys would know more than me, but I think Garland proved that he can do it. I don't know why you would take the chemistry. They made the playoffs or play-in game last year.
Yeah, they're talking about sending him to the Jazz.
Yeah, so he was a restricted free agent this year.
Oh, restricted?
Yeah.
Word up. But
they're saying the Wizards are interested in him.
Definitely rocking with Cade this year. And I don't need to go on no long ass spiel defending him like Trent had to for Russ. Dumbass.
I don't gotta defend him, bro.
You spent 15 minutes doing it because you knew you
his
said a
play's
dumbass
gonna
name.
speak for itself. You know what I mean?
He's going to be better than last year.
I
But
mean,
that's
he
that's
can't
not
be
saying
worse.
much because he played like shit last
He
year.
can't be worse than last year. Jesus.
He didn't play that bad. He didn't play well.
You led
you
the
put
league
up-
in turnovers, Trent. That is awful.
Obviously,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's
he
not.
led-
That's
he
not.
led the
there's
league in
no
turnovers,
way you
but
can-
what was his utilization last year? I feel like LeBron should have had the ball in his hand more than Russ did.
Didn't they stop playing him in the fourth?
They stopped playing. They
At
stopped
one
playing Russ
point.
in the fourth, the
Yeah.
second,
and
the
you
first,
still led
and
the
the
league in
third.
turnovers.
Yeah.
He played
Anyway.
awful.
Go ahead and dive into this NFL news. Start with the NFL top 100 list. It's finally over. 1 to 20 was named, and the GOAT was number 1 overall this year. A lot of speculation about that. But before we dive into Tom Brady being 1, is there anything else that kind of caught you guys off guard?
A couple of these. So some of it just doesn't make sense sometimes. Like you look at it sometimes and it seems like they fit. Like you're going off of shit from last year or
Mhm.
whatever. So if that's the case, I get Tom Brady at 1. He threw for fucking 5,000 yards, whatever.
Right.
Why is the defensive player of the year at what, number 6?
6.
I mean, it's Aaron Donald's the best defensive player. He
Yeah.
didn't win the award.
They
So,
just stopped giving
it
awards out.
just-
We argued about
I
this
mean,
earlier. They just stopped.
yeah,
Aaron Donald
I
can't
get
win the
that.
defensive player of the year every year.
And I
should.
get that. So he should be after the guy who won it at least then.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Ant brought it up about, I mean, back-to-back MVP and Aaron Rodgers is 3. I mean,
Yeah.
why is he not 1?
Guy who just had the best single statistical season in wide receiver history in the NFL.
Exactly.
Only one other player has ever had a triple crown, MVP, or a triple crown, offensive player of the year and a Super Bowl MVP in their entire career. This man did it in 1 season.
Yep.
And so if you're going off just last year's, he had the greatest season of all time. So how is he not the best? But again, it's not just off of, like I said, it's not just off production or awards. These players base it off of, like you said, Johnny, last year, Jonathan Taylor was the better running back production-wise, but Derrick Henry is the most feared man. TJ Watt had the better statistical season, and that's why he won Defensive Player of the Year because he broke the sack record. But Aaron Donald is the most feared man on defense.
We can even talk about fucking Derrick Henry. Why is he even on the list? He played fucking only half the year.
What the reasons you named though, how many weeks did he miss before anybody passed him in rushing yards? And like you said, when you're looking at running backs, he's the most feared man running the ball. Your words, not mine. So how do you leave a guy like that off? I mean, he still played, I want to say half the season, and he played in the playoff game. So he missed time, but I think 4 straight weeks it was 4 weeks after he got hurt, right?
Yeah.
That he was still the rushing leader. And he wasn't getting any yards? I mean, that's crazy. He has to be on the list. I did want to talk to you about Jonathan Taylor being 5th? 5th? I'm a
See
JT
that. I mean,
guy.
that's nuts to me
that seems a
because
little high.
yeah, I mean,
little.
I think what's nuts, he rushed for 1,800 yards, but it still took him 4 weeks to pass Derrick
Mhm.
Henry. What really could Derrick Henry have done had this motherfucker stayed healthy?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, astronomical.
He would have done some crazy stuff.
Bro, it would have been nuts.
Yeah.
It's kind of year I'm expecting out of CMC this year. You heard me.
As long as he stays healthy.
That's all I'm banking on.
I mean, the biggest surprise for me though was Mahomes at 8. I think
that was mine.
I mean,
They gotta
opinion,
put
he's
some
the most
respect on
talented.
him, bro.
They put 4 quarterbacks in the top 20, right?
I believe so.
It was Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, and Allen.
Oh yeah,
right? Those are the 4.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of controversy about how they ranked those guys out.
Well, bro, how does Mahomes just move down like 7 spots? I feel like he made the biggest change out of all of those players
Because
in
when
that
you look
list.
at what he did 2 years ago to what he did last year. I mean,
he put up almost 5,000 yards and 37 touchdowns
but
last
the reason
year.
he was number 1 was because he threw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
yeah,
That's very true.
close to what Tom Brady did. Threw for 5,243 touchdowns. I think it was.
But
That's why he's
Either way, I picked him in fantasy this year for a reason. This man is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, speaking of fantasy, this man Trent, I was so upset. Johnny, who's Trent? Who's Trent's MVP? Do you remember?
Herbert, right?
Yeah. So he picked Mahomes over Herbert in fantasy.
Because Mahomes was my MVP. Huh? Yeah.
Like, what the
Bro,
hell?
I already broke it down to them, bro. I said I picked Herbert in another league. Say worst case scenario came, Herbert goes down with the injury. I'm fucked in both my leagues. That's just not smart. You know? Come on, IQ. Big brain over here. Use that.
Playing for injuries is the reason we lose is the reason you lose leagues though. Can't do
I'm
that
not gonna I'm not gonna lose. You're gonna see me with some money over here.
off that topic. Anthony, what was your biggest shock in this top 20?
I don't like how it's not consistent every year. So like I understand like players are voting, but it's like the most biased, I would say, list you've ever seen. Like in all honesty, what they should do every year is just start Aaron Donald at 1 and then make the list after.
I agree with that.
But that's just
100%.
not going to happen because I treat Aaron Donald like LeBron James. He can't win the award every year, even though he is the best player in the league. But yeah, I don't know. I'd nitpick it. I don't understand if you're winning awards, how are you further down the list? You should be like top 3. Like, I mean, if you want to go by awards, Aaron Rodgers should be number 1. He's obviously the MVP.
And
You should
would
have
offensive, defensive, 2 and 3.
I would say TJ Watt would have to be number 2 because he
Then
was
Donald.
or not. I would even say if it's based off just season wise stats. I mean, I don't think we'll see what Cooper Kupp did for another decade.
Bro, decade. You'll not. I could be wrong. A triple crown offensive player of the year and a Super Bowl MVP in the same season, bro. In the same season.
Yeah. So just based off that, I don't understand how he's not a top 3 player. Just based off season, maybe not talent. I understand that.
Yeah, I to this day I would never say he's the best wide receiver.
But my thing is that they
I'm saying he had the best wide receiver season.
Yeah.
They thought he was the best receiver
off
of last year because he was the highest ranked receiver. They don't again, that's why I think, like you're saying with the consistency, I agree with you 100%. When you look at that, it looks like they're going off of numbers, and that's why he's there. Because if you're going off of the eye test and talent, I mean, there's guys I'm putting over Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I mean,
but you can't argue with production.
Watch a podcast or just videos of players.
He's not in his top 5. Cooper Kupp's not in his top 5.
Like the fucking best receiver in the league. I've never heard his name being said.
Bro, Cooper Kupp didn't put himself in his top 5. The pivot walked around, and they do the same thing with every team they go to. They went to Keenan Allen, told him to do his top 5. They do it with everybody. And Cooper Kupp did not put himself in his top 5.
I would say the only thing that I would be caught off guard by as well, maybe I'm just like really looking further into it. There's like multiple positions I would say that there's just positions that should still be in like the top 10. It's just kind of like disrespectful. You don't see any linebackers. You don't see any safeties.
Bro, it's disrespectful. Trent Williams isn't in the top 10.
You don't see any offensive linemen. Yeah, exactly.
That's a slap in the face to every offensive lineman. Like I almost would rather the list kind of go into a way like that, right? Have it position based. Like you need a quarterback running. Yeah, like not saying it has to be quarterback, running back, receiver every tiered away, but in your top 10, you should have one of every major, one offensive lineman, one linebacker, like, and have it ranked like that. Rather than, I think, like you saw 4 corners go from 80 to 90, like when it was like Marshawn Lattimore, Denzel Ward, and all them, they all went in the same time frame. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't think about.
Jalen Ramsey being 9, I felt like it was actually a really good spot for him. I feel like that's right where I would have put him. The only other thing I wanted to talk about was Micah Parsons, rookie last year, defensive rookie of the year, got all the way up to 16th after one season. So that's speaking volumes to what they got to say.
Damn near could have won defensive player of the year.
If TJ Watt doesn't break that sack record, I think he does win defensive player of the year.
Yep.
Has there ever been a rookie to win?
I think Lawrence Taylor.
LT was the last one to do it. But yeah, all in all, I agree with a lot of what you said. I think Aaron Donald should always be the number 1 right now, just because he's being regarded as the greatest defensive player of all time. Like they're putting him up in comparison with LT. So how are you that good, but you're not the best player? Which I guess you could say the same thing for Tom Brady, right? Because he's the GOAT. So how is the greatest player of all time? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand either. How's Michael Parsons? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's good, but based off just like how good of a season he had, how is Michael Parsons behind like Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
Or how is, I mean, no offense to Derrick Henry, because he, in my opinion, is the scariest, best running back in the league when he's healthy. But the dude played like what, less than a half a season.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah,
he's
how are you number
I think
12?
he's in.
Derrick Henry played 9 games.
Yeah, but still, if it's based off last season, how are you number 12?
I mean, he had to. If he did it, did he break 1,000? And if he did, he barely broke 1,000. There's probably 5 other running backs who had more rushing yards than him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're really basing the season off of. I mean, if they're going by pure talent, I think
he's a top 100 player. But if you're talking about last year,
yeah,
like
he should be like 80.
He should
be like 80.
They leave players off this list because of injury all the time. Tre'Davious White's not on this list. That's a top 5
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, Jair Alexander not on this list. Like, I don't know. Like, I agree with the consistency thing.
Yeah, there's a couple eye-opening ones too. I guess I never really paid attention, but did J.C. Jackson really have that good of a year last year?
Now, I think a lot of it's name based.
He was number 20. He was number 20.
I was thinking about him. That's when I was going over Diggs. That's why I said maybe 2 cornerbacks because I wasn't sure. Like, are we leaving this guy completely out of the top?
But 100? my thing with JC, I don't know what season he had last year, but 2 years ago, Xavier Howard led the league in picks, correct? Last year, Diggs led the league in interceptions.
Yeah,
but the last 2 years, JC Jackson has the most interceptions.
Yes.
So when you combine the last 2 seasons, he didn't win it, have the most interceptions either year, but both years combined, he has the most. So maybe he's just more consistent. I don't know exactly what his numbers were last year, but
I did see that stat though. He has been the second place guy as far as picks go the last 2 years.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, like I said, as a fan, lists are hard to do correctly, and I think I'm not mad at the top 20. I think all the players in here, I'm not going to argue against it. But again, Micah Parsons was right up there. Micah Parsons had a better season than Myles Garrett did, in my opinion.
He was, in my opinion, he was the most exciting defensive player to watch last year.
Yeah.
On a defense that just created turnover after turnover. Like, you had the interception leader, and you were still tuning. You weren't tuning in to watch Trayvon Diggs. You were tuning in to watch Micah Parsons. A very explosive offense. You weren't tuning in to watch Dak throw the ball. You were tuning in to watch Micah Parsons terrorize a field. He dropped back and covered a deep third zone last year. Played man-to-man coverage on tight ends. Pass rushed the quarterback on the D line. Blitzed the quarterback from the linebacker position. He was everywhere on the field last year, making plays wherever he was. Like, when it comes to that, the versatility he has, it's crazy. Big things from that man. Defensive player of the year this year. Book it. Next NFL news, Tyrone Smith injured. Torn hamstring. Looking to miss some much needed time for Dallas.
He said much needed time.
They need him, bro. I mean,
yeah, man.
They got rid of I forget the guard's name. They got rid of Lyle Collins. It's really just
him.
Him and Zach Martin.
Him and Zach Martin. I mean, now it's just Zach Martin. They lost 3 linemen now. 2 are gone for good. One's gone for at least, I think it was 4 to 6.
So you think Dak's going to be running for his life?
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
I do.
I saw, Zach Martin has more Pro Bowls than he has holding penalties in his career.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's awesome.
Nuts.
That is nuts. I did not know
He's the GOAT.
Well, Tyrone Smith loves holding. They were the most penalized team last year. And I think he was like a top 5 penalized player. That man holds every time.
That's a big loss for them, but
how many games you think?
I think
he'll be out for.
It was either 4 to 6 or 6 to 8.
Projected.
I think hamstring is probably 6 to 8.
If he said he tore it from the bone, that if it's from the bone, that requires surgery.
Yeah, in my opinion, he's out for the season. Fuck that.
Is it
from the bone?
That's a big boy, and what is that? Soft tissue.
It's going to be a lot of rehab on that thing.
Yeah, man. It helps my bet though.
Yeah. December return.
Sucks for them.
That's what they're hoping
for.
That's what they're hoping for. A December return.
Yeah.
So yeah. Goddamn.
Well,
that's a huge loss for them.
It'll play in part how good they're doing this season too.
I hope you don't come back in December because we played them last week of the season. That's gonna be us making the playoffs. Need him staying out. See how I turned that into a Washington topic real quick?
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Speaking of Washington, rookie running back Brian Robinson Jr. this week was shot multiple times in an attempted carjacking. broad daylight.
That's insane,
Crazy,
bro.
absolutely crazy. Shot twice, one in the glute, one in his leg. Got lucky in his leg, didn't hit any major tendon, bone, straight through and through. Like
Is there a projected time frame for
tremendously
him?
lucky. He was actually at the facilities yesterday. Yeah, he was at the facilities. They had their film day where the rookies got to bring in treats. So he walked in on his crutches with his pack of Oreos. Like that way he could still be there for the team, showing he got his treats. Like he's still doing his part. As a Washington fan, that should hurt. He was projected to be our. I mean, I think everybody here he's gonna win the RB1 from AG. If he wasn't gonna come out week 1 and do it, he would have had it by the end of the season. And it's just tough. I mean, all Washington fans can relate to. Pretty sure most of us instantly just thought of Sean Taylor getting shot in his leg and how everything was fine, and then it just wasn't. So prayers
Definitely
to him. Hopefully, safe recovery.
Fortunate.
I saw a weird coincidence. They said that he was announced the starter the day he got
Yep.
shot.
Yep. 2 hours before he got shot.
Yeah. They told him he won the starting job, and then he pulls out to go home and just gets.
Yes, it's 2022. I assume he has a new car, right?
It's a Hellcat.
It has a fucking GPS. Like, what are you trying to get out here if you're robbing this guy? Like, you're not getting away with this.
Well, it's because the type of people that are doing that are robbing, they don't care or don't think.
They're crackheads.
Yeah, bro. It's like
I don't get it.
mentally, some people are just not there. Like,
Yeah.
People don't want to work for it. They want to just take what you worked for.
You're not going anywhere with it. Like, his car has a GPS on it. I promise you.
Yeah.
You might have it for 3 hours, and you're going to do some jail time on top of it.
So I got Ravens news before I get into the biggest news of the week, in my opinion. Kenyan Drake to the Ravens, and Lamar is leaving Baltimore to go to Miami.
if only both of those were true.
I mean, I saw on Sports Center they were making it such a big. I mean, obviously it's the media, but
everything a big deal.
Yeah,
they gotta make something blow.
Yeah, I saw him replying to tweets and retweeting him in a Miami jersey. And
Lamar loves Twitter, bro.
Here's the thing: if he wanted to go anywhere else, why would you play this year? The whole league knows what he's worth. He's worth more than the $230 million that Kyler Murray got for having a 21-22 record. This guy's 37-12. He's going to get his money. Why risk injury if this isn't a place you want to stay?
I don't understand why he's playing in general.
Yeah.
And what they said, what's even crazier, I heard they whatever guaranteed money Deshaun Watson got is the reason why it's holding up the contract, because he was negotiating a contract that was close to being done, and then Deshaun Watson's contract fucked up everything he wanted to get, because now he wants more. So now,
which he's deserving, yeah.
Yeah. So, but if I was him, I would not play a down until I got paid.
Yeah.
Especially the way that they be talking oh, they got quarterbacks behind him that can run the same system. I'm just like, nah, give me the money I got.
I mean, that sounds good. That's the same quarterbacks that were there last year. You started out 6-1. Lamar goes down, and what happens? You win 2 more games.
Yep. What's this guy doing? Oh, that's another thing. What's this thing I keep hearing about? I mean, I know you got J.K. Dobbins. I heard his availability for week 1 is in doubt now.
Why?
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I saw
that today. Yeah, Harbaugh said if he's ready to go, he'll play, but if he's not, he won't. That's all he said.
Is that why they brought Drake in?
Yeah.
But I thought they have Gus Edwards too, though, right?
Nah, he's on the pup list.
Oh.
They got Mike Davis too. I forgot they even signed him.
Mm.
That's why I didn't understand the Kenyan Drake signing. I didn't know if they just wanted to bring in a receiving back. That's all Kenyan Drake.
Well, I don't understand. Does that mean Justice Hill doesn't make the roster? What's going on with that?
Baltimore, they need to keep 7 running backs.
Yeah.
They're gonna run them all into the ground.
They use them, bro.
They're gonna run them all in the ground.
They're gonna keep that rushing record.
3 receivers and 18 running backs.
You'd have loved my fantasy team, Johnny. I got Judy and Dobbins.
Yeah, that's literally what I said.
I basically won the league.
What?
We're definitely not going there. But.
No. Why don't you tell everyone about your Damian Harris pick?
Oh my God, bro. So I've been
He
sitting
said
here.
Damian Harris is the best running back in the
Stop
league.
it,
I need him.
Johnny. You don't believe that. I've literally been sitting here preaching Ramondre Stevenson this whole time. So I was debating between Damon Pierce or Kyler Murray on who I wanted to take, and I forget what round it was in, but it was 7th or 8th round. And I was debating on which one of those guys, if I wanted to go quarterback that early, or if I wanted to wait and just take Damon Pierce as a solid backup running back in case injury. Because I do have CMC, so I wanted
Why
to.
Kyler Murray?
Because all quarterbacks were already gone. That's I was gonna take Kyler Murray was like there, and then after him it's the Joe Burrows, the Dak Prescott, the Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like he's the last mobile guy in that group.
I'm going Burrow over him.
And I didn't take Kyler Murray.
Okay.
So I went to take Damon Pierce, but I had like I was literally debating it. So I had 2 seconds left. So I scrolled down to take Damon Pierce. Right above Damon Pierce is Damian Harris. And I fucking took Damian Harris.
Hey, son, I need a reset. I did not mean
but it's crazy because I ended up going the next round. I still got Damian Pierce, and then I ended up getting the quarterback I wanted in Joe Burrow anyway. But it was literally just a wasted pick. So I'm waiting on Clay to get back from vacation, and I'm gonna go ahead and text him because he's got like 7 receivers but no running backs. So like, look, I'll give you Damian Harris. You give me fucking Keenan Allen.
He didn't take any running backs.
He auto drafted.
Yeah. He's one of his little bachelor party shit.
So.
Hey, they announced Pierce is the starting running back today.
Yeah.
Heads up.
I seen that. I'm big hype. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
They literally said they're not playing him in the last preseason game because they've seen all they need to see.
That shit's crazy. Rookie running back.
It's gonna be a dog. But last NFL news I got for you guys is Jimmy G's new contract in San Francisco. It's a win-win on both sides, in my opinion. How do you guys feel about it?
It's the smartest move they can make because I'm not big on old boy that's there now.
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I don't see it. And when it fails, you're going to be leaning right back on Garoppolo again. So
If I'm him, I'm up out of there, bro. They've already shown their loyalty in their card.
He's still getting paid.
Yeah,
he's still getting paid,
it
but
wasn't an extension, and they just restructured his contract where he wasn't making all that money unless he starts. So he's in like a $6 million deal, and then if he starts, he gets his 28 or where the fuck he was.
Oh wait, so why did he restructure?
Nah, I saw he restructured so that he can like leave next year
after this year.
Yeah, he's only got this year on his contract. That's all he had. This year. He only had this year on his contract before the restructure.
Wait, so what you're saying doesn't make sense. Why would he restructure to make less money unless he's starting when they already announced this guy the starter?
I couldn't tell you. That's
I
why
thought he had 2 years. No, I thought he had 2 years left.
Did he have 2?
Yeah, because I think whatever he restructured so that he could be gone after the season.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense.
That's the only way that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I mean, if
I knew there had to be
the way you're saying it, you. I'm keeping my money.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think most of us knew that restructure was coming, or Jimmy G was going to be. They had a move for him because they couldn't afford Debo with his contract. They'd have been over the cap. Like they had to figure out something. You're not paying a quarterback all that money to sit on your bench. So they figured something out. They just finally came out and made the announcement about it.
Excited to see how Trey Lance is going to do, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm trying to think, Jordan took him. That's his QB1 in fantasy. Yeah, that's his QB1, man.
This man, John.
Yeah, that's his QB1. So that's a tough look with him. If I'm him, I'm nervous.
In a 10-man league.
Yeah, in a 10-man league, your QB1 straight. But again, not his fault though, right? Because after you miss out on the quarterbacks,
what do you mean? He picked Trey Lance over Derek Carr though.
Yeah, Derek Carr is still out there too. He picked Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence over Derek Carr. But anyway, besides the point, people were taking backup quarterbacks before he had his first quarterback. Like,
it's true.
Someone's got Tom Brady and Josh Allen on the same team. Like, what are you gonna do both of
them? Keep you from having it. I love moves like that.
Hey, Johnny's favorite thing to talk about. We just fucking trade Tom Brady.
No,
it was funny as shit though, because Kai was like, I was talking to him. He was, I was gonna ask you why Johnny wasn't in the league. He was like, but then I finished the episode. But that's all I got for NFL news. Go ahead and do this college football pick'em edition. Go ahead and start you guys off. Talk lengthy about it. Don't leave any details out. I gotta let my puppy outside. So we'll go ahead and start with this Cincinnati and Arkansas. Cincinnati. I was trying to read. I don't read well.
That's the only way I'm pronouncing that now.
It's Cincinnati, man. Cincinnati versus
Cincinnati.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Go ahead and break that
What
down.
did he just say? Did you say Arkansas?
Yeah,
Or-
Arkansas.
Okay. You know it's illegal to say in that state.
You said it's illegal to do what in that
It's
state?
illegal to say Arkansas in bars.
That's fucking crazy. Who's gonna stop me? Freedom of speech.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'll say the shit if I fucking want to.
Big facts.
You're arrested. All right, let me see.
I mean,
What-
these were all easy.
Yeah.
Ritter's gone. Kobe, the one corner, his name's Kobe Bryant. And
Sauce.
and Sauce. There's their best three players. You're going that they don't teams like this don't play anybody usually. So the fact that they got into the playoff last year shouldn't have happened.
Week 1,
Now-
they got a
Now
SEC
you're going
team.
down to the SEC with the big dogs. They're going to get ran through by, 3 scores maybe, if not more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
think-
not going to be close.
We're all on the same page with that. I like Arkansas too. Like you said, it's not even going to be close.
Yeah, they're lucky they're not playing one of the top SEC teams because it'd get real bad.
Yeah, I hate schools like this. I mean, good for them for putting one of the big dogs on their schedule, but usually they don't play anybody, and then come the end of the year they're bitching about not making a playoff. Like, put somebody on your fucking schedule, prove
For
that you can beat
sure.
them.
And that's what I want to see, especially for entertainment. I
Right,
want to
you-
see top dogs versus top dogs, like throughout the season, not have to wait till the end and then see. You know what I'm saying? Like, see.
Alabama does it. Georgia's coming
Yeah.
out versus number 11.
I mean, that's
Ohio State's coming out versus number 5. You want to be a big dog, beat them.
Yep.
All right, yeah, let's shift to that game. I mean, obviously, I think we're all going to have the same answer here for the Notre Dame and Ohio State game. But what do you think? How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, the rankings just came out. The Ohio State has the number 1 offensive line, the number 1 quarterback room, and the number 1 receiver room.
So basically, they should be the number 1 ranked team. Is what you're telling me.
No, I mean Alabama's they're number 2 in offense or offensive
okay.
line, number 1 running back running back class.
What about defense? They the number 1 defense?
I think so.
Yeah.
Them or Georgia was 1, 2, but they have the best defensive player. So anyway, with that being said, I got Ohio State by at least 2 scores.
The spread was set at what, 17?
It's 16 now, I believe, 16 and a half. Or what did it go from 16 and a half to 17 and a half?
It's 17.5 now.
Okay, yeah. I don't like that.
But 2 scores.
Yeah, 2 scores.
What about you, Ant Dog?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going by pick'ems, I mean, I think Ohio State's winning no matter what. But
Right.
I think they may start a little slow because usually they do, but they just turn it up. I mean, that 17.5 is a lot of fucking points. That is just a lot of points.
Yeah, believe it or
see them-
not,
Yeah.
I've said this multiple times. Like anytime Ohio State's losing, people try to bring something out of me. Like you get worried yet? You scared?
They start slow.
They can score 30 fucking points in a
Exactly.
hurry. Like it's the most explosive offense there is. They literally can score whenever they want to. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could easily win by more than 17,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
oh yeah,
But first game jitters, I mean, ranked opponents. I mean, I could maybe play plus 17, but there's no way Notre Dame's.
I'm
losing.
not. Yeah, I'm
No
not
way.
touching
No
it.
way.
You don't feel comfortable
they're
doing
going to
that?
win the game. That's
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I did, it'd be like a sprinkle, but I mean, Ohio State's winning that game.
All right, Donna, you got some catching up to do. We need your answer for the first game, the Cincy Arkansas game, and then who you got for this Ohio State Notre Dame game. We all 3 got Ohio State and Arkansas.
That would make it 4 for 4.
All right, so you're on the
Um,
same page with that.
I'd really love to say, I will say, I think Ohio State wins. But if you're looking for a bet, I think 17.5 is a lot of points. And I think week
Especially with the
1,
coach knowing, right?
It's especially
Yeah, I like that guy. That dude's dope.
So
he is
I'm
an
You just
Ohio
like him
State guy.
because he's half Korean, huh?
Hell
he
yeah.
does, he loves
No,
that.
I like how you said the point spread, what you sent me. You found
Yeah.
out how much of an underdog they are, so you started putting that up as
On the
on
board.
the bullet points,
so
yeah.
if
Yeah, that's
you're
fire.
looking for a parlay and you don't want to take the obvious fucking minus 8,000 Ohio State. Go ahead and take Notre Dame to cover that. But I do have Ohio State winning that game, but I got Notre Dame covering that 17.5-point spread. And I have Arkansas beating Cincy. I think that's just.
So then we got the last game on the agenda. Number 11, Oregon versus number 3, Georgia. Do we have any surprises here? Because I'm going with Georgia myself.
Yeah, Georgia wins this game, but I think Oregon covers the spread. Yeah.
I'm going Oregon.
You going Oregon?
I mean,
Oregon.
I think that they could win.
Yeah,
I mean, people aren't
I'm not gonna
realizing
sit here and call you
like,
crazy.
There's always there's always some crazy upset in the top 25.
it wouldn't be that crazy. I mean, Georgia has a fucking walk-on quarterback. You lost your whole defense.
What's the spread? 16?
17.
So I mean, it's not a not crazy upset. I mean, that's a 3-score game.
And Oregon's fucking linebackers are loaded.
Yeah.
Panay Sewell's brother, he's going to be a fucking probably top 20 pick next year. I mean, those linebackers are the reason they beat Ohio State last year.
I'm glad I picked them.
And they all returned.
The way Johnny's talking, it sounds like it wasn't a dumb pick. I picked him not on the strength of Oregon, but just on everybody I watched leave Georgia last year. So they lost their entire defensive line, their entire linebacking core. They lost their number 1 corner, I believe.
Number 1 receiver transferred to
yeah, lost their receiver,
Alabama.
lost their quarterback. Who was the running back?
No, their quarterback's back, but he's a walk-on.
James Cook.
That was a running back. He's gone. I mean,
they do.
Who they bring
from what
back?
I've been reading is they have probably the best tight end room in college football history, allegedly.
Wow. Over like Iowa.
Who's that, Oregon?
Oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
The Eric Gilbert, I believe he's the highest rated. I think he's the highest rated tight end ever, and he's 3rd on their depth chart.
Jesus.
God damn. That's crazy. All right, Ant. Wait, Johnny, you said you got Georgia winning. Trent, you got Georgia winning. Ant.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I got Georgia definitely winning, but I mean, these SEC schools, man, they reload so fucking fast.
Yeah, I'm sitting here saying everybody they just got rid of, but when I watch this game, I'm like, wait, who the fuck are these?
Yeah,
niggas
I mean,
and why are they
SEC.
so good?
Is it in Georgia, or is it like a neutral site?
I truly don't think it matters, honestly.
I'm saying like for like points wise, I mean, you think they cover 17?
I very easily think they can. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
You think Georgia's covering 17? That's what you're saying? Or Oregon?
I'm saying Oregon.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. I think it's close. I mean, I think maybe 2 scores, 10 points.
My biggest thing with it is Georgia was Georgia because of that fucking defense last year. They were creating turnovers, putting you in bad situations. It wasn't them scoring 40 points a game. And them only returning a walk-on quarterback and tight ends. That's with Oregon's defense. I don't think that's enough for them to blow Oregon out by 3 scores.
Yeah. Oregon's my sleeper pick this coming up week, opening week of college football, if you want to call it that.
All right.
No, had JT Daniels stayed at Georgia. That's a different story, but
where did he go? He went to Pitt.
West Virginia.
That's right.
West Virginia. You say Pitt just got a quarterback too, didn't you? I'm trying to keep up with your fucking news.
USC's. So what happened was JT Daniels was starting at USC, got hurt. What's his name? Keaton Slovis. He took over at USC. They started winning, so JT Daniels transfers to Georgia. Slovis goes down. He transfers to Pitt now, and then Jackson Dart took over at USC. Then Oklahoma's quarterback, what's his name? Williams. He transfers to USC. Then that Jackson Dart takes off to Ole Miss. Jeez. All these fucking USC guys just dipped.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. All right. So
yeah, quick question. Hold on, quick question. Right. How do you think Spencer Rattler does this year?
That's another game I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. They're going to blow. I mean, if you want easy money, they're going to beat the piss out of who they play.
Memphis?
Is it Memphis?
Hey, we got a nice team in Memphis.
I think Georgia State. It's South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, week 1, South Carolina beating the piss out of them.
Might straight bet that then.
You better come correct me talk about Memphis. Purge.
Memphis sucks.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Donna, who is your college team? Memphis? Is it Memphis?
I don't got so I watch
Coastal Carolina.
I watch
Yeah.
I watch college
Charlotte.
football the same way Johnny watches the NBA. I don't got a
Okay.
team. I
Just enjoy
I
watching.
enjoy watching football. Like I didn't grow up watching college football, so I didn't grow up watching it too. So I can't say I'm a fan of anybody. But I just enjoy it. Football's on TV. I'm gonna turn it the fuck on and watch it.
Like it.
Sure.
And that's why I'm not as invested into the college moves. I don't have a team that I sit here and read up on and care about like
Division,
yeah,
conference, and
exactly.
have,
I literally just turn the games
I get
on
it.
and watch the big games. You know what I mean? But all right, let's go ahead and dive into this college football no nonsense opening week parlay. So every week on the podcast going forwards, you will get a college football parlay and a NFL parlay from your no nonsense crew. I'm gonna let you guys know now. I'm not keeping a record of who fucks these up because, as I just said, I don't stay
Oh,
on
I
top
am.
of college football like that.
Yeah.
So if you want these records, ask Trent. They won't be posted. The NFL record and our pool weeks, they will be posted every week about it. But
Actually,
Oh,
let me put this in right now so I don't forget.
you putting the ticket in right now?
Yeah, I'll put like
I already got it up.
Trent,
Got the odds.
hype as shit.
I already got
hey,
it up.
hey, I don't know if y'all followed during basketball season, but our parlays hit. And
I won a couple $100 on that first jump.
yeah, couple of my boys tailed. They were like, "Yo, thanks for the money, yada yada yada." And I told them how Johnny didn't even
Yeah,
Johnny
I
gave the
didn't.
pick, but didn't place the bet and missed some money. But yeah, so if y'all tailing this week, we're gonna get some money. We're gonna start off on the right foot. My leg, I'm gonna start it off. I got Florida State and LSU game. I'm taking the over. It's at 51.5. So I'm gonna lock that in for my
You
leg.
love those over unders.
Hey, can't go
what day
wrong
is
with
that
it.
game?
That's
That's Sunday.
Sunday at 7:30. Yep.
Shit.
That's in fucking LSU too. Isn't it?
Yep.
Death
At
Valley.
LSU. Yep.
That's gonna be a massacre.
Sure. So go ahead and put that in there. Put leg one. What you got, Donna?
I got Arkansas covering against Cincy. Kind of touched on it. I think they get them by 6.5. I don't think
What's
it's that
it?
big of
Oh,
an
okay,
issue.
6.5.
6.5. I think they cover that.
Those
Swimming.
SEC boys are going to beat the shit out of Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think it's gonna be a swimmingly fun game to watch if you put money on this.
Yeah.
You turn it on
Shit's
the
at
first.
-6 now.
You turn it on the first quarter. You see your team up 17. Go ahead and switch it right to a different game. Not worried about it. I think that's just the easy set lock. On to you, Ant.
I will be the first leg of the parlay, unless Johnny does the game before it. But I am taking Purdue plus 3.5.
Oh, I like the way you
It'll
said
be.
that.
I would say this is a down year for Penn State. I think their coach is overrated. They have a QB who could have went in the NFL draft, O'Connell. However, he stayed for another year.
No, it's Clifford, Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford.
For Purdue?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Penn State.
No,
you said
Purdue,
their coaches are overrated.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh no, I'm
like-
talking about my bad. The QB for Purdue is O'Connell, and this dude could have went in the NFL draft, and he stayed another year. So they're actually a dark horse of mine to win their conference. So I think they're going to upset. I mean, I don't know if it's really an upset, but they've lost their last 8 straight to Penn State. So it's at home in Purdue. People are hyped. Purdue plus 3.5.
Purdue hasn't been terrible.
Let's
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah, Rondell Moore's from there. That is.
Are you confident enough to put just a straight win on that and like a single bet, or you think it's just gonna be a coverage?
Man, I want to do the money line, but
asking for
you know they
personal.
would lose by a field goal. Just
Yeah,
if
you
that's
can't
the
that's
you
why
can't get greedy,
Not,
bro.
not in the
Yeah.
not in the parlay, not in the
Oh,
parlay.
yeah, no,
You take the
100%.
spread, but a
Yeah.
straight bet, would you just kind of throw some bread on that? I feel like those
Yeah,
odds gotta be
100%.
decent.
Well, actually, it's not a straight bet. I've been mixing Purdue with my favorite UFC fighter this weekend. I have like
Okay.
$200 on them. So
All right.
I wanted to hit for this parlay, but part of me wants. I'm going to the Penn State Ohio State game this year. I need Penn State to be undefeated, fucking ranked in the top 10, and just get obliterated at Ohio State.
How
Just
you
to
guys-
make
you
it a
guys
little more
play-
sweeter.
When do you play Penn State?
October 29th.
What week is that? It's more what I'm asking.
assuming that's probably week 5.
You think they start? Do you think there's any possibility they start out 4-0?
Yeah.
Who, Ohio
Yeah.
State or Penn State?
Penn State. Ohio State's gonna be 1-3.
You said October 29th?
Yes.
That'd be like week 8 or week 9. Or am I tripping?
I'm saying we got all of
We
September.
got
to
the
go
whole
through.
September and then basically
Oh, yeah.
that'd be like 8 or
Yeah,
7.
they ain't gonna be undefeated by
Yeah,
then.
they're not 8-0. They're not 8-0. Not this year.
Is that late?
I mean, that's what
You said October
They got
29th?
all, they got
Yeah.
all
Be
of
4
September
weeks and all
and
of
4
September.
weeks. So
Yeah,
it'd
that'd
be
be
8.
it'd be about week 7 or 8 or 9.
Well, that would be the 8th game, I think.
Yeah.
It's week 8.
Well, damn. Anyway, I would like to see them undefeated. Mine is, I think it's an easy one. But they just played Thursday too, didn't they? UNC over Appalachian State.
They
It's
did.
only, it's minus 0.5 right now, and I'm taking UNC
So,
to cover
yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean,
You
they
could
look
take the money
they look
line.
pretty good in their first game. Quarterback out there slinging the fucking rock already. So Appalachian State has nobody that I know of, so I'm taking UNC.
I like it. So we got John's game, or we got Ant's game Thursday at 8. Then John's Saturday at 12. Donovan's at 3:30, and then the last leg at 7:30. The odds right now, according to FanDuel, are plus 1295. So
Damn.
myself, I'm sprinkling. I'm gonna throw 50 on there. The payout is gonna get you 647. So I'm confident in the guys. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna bring it home week 1. And scares you.
Purdue they can beat Penn State easy.
We're
For
coming with the
sure.
heat. Week
That's
They
just
the
can,
first
they
game.
can, but will they?
That's the one that has you just a little nervous.
Yeah, if that shit was in Penn State, I was not taking this.
Oh, it's not in
100%.
Penn State.
No, it's in Purdue.
No, it's at Purdue.
Yeah. They already sold out their arena.
I mean, I want to. Part of it is, I think it's just because I really want them to be undefeated when they play.
Hey, they can win by 1. They can
I'm
win
going
by 2.
I'm
They
going
can
with
win
like
by 3.
fucking 6 Penn State fans, and man.
No, you know what actually sketches me out? That Arkansas game, I think Arkansas destroys them, but I don't understand why they're only on my book. The numbers going down. I have them at minus 5.5. So
like you're saying, who's hurt? Who's not playing?
No,
I don't
like
care.
why isn't Arkansas
Arkansas's
minus
backups.
14? Why are they not like minus 21?
I don't care. I'm keeping it.
I think it's just like this because they want people to take Cincy. I think if you put the spread
All the
way it
hype
should be
from last year.
Yeah, exactly. If you put the spread where it should be, no one would touch Cincy. But right now, the casual fans will look at Cincy's record last year and be like, wait, these guys were nice. Like, why I'm taking them over Arkansas?
I'm just saying they have no hype this year. I don't know who the fuck's on there too this year.
Why are they ranked?
But casuals
you tell
don't
me.
care.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
God.
Yeah, that's just easy money.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm riding with that one.
I'm not I'm debating on that 50. That sounds real good.
The what?
The 50.
I mean, even if you put 10, it still wins you 120. So I mean, I'm not.
How much was yours? 50 to win what?
50 to win 647.
Okay, yeah, mine's a little less.
Yeah. But my line different years. You said you're at 5.5. The Arkansas is at 6.5 on here, so you got a point.
Yeah. And then the Carolina game on mine, Carolina's plus 0.5 now.
Really?
Yeah, see FanDuel, they're
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Wait,
take
what
that,
are you on?
take that money line.
Are you on DraftKings?
Oh no, I have a
He's got a
he said I got one of them things. Well, this is gonna be a normal episode from here on out.
Just zip it.
I don't know what you're saying.
Y'all seen how he listened to Pops though, right? He got real quiet.
Anyway. Here
Thank
you
y'all
go.
Thank
Yo,
y'all for
I
tuning
know
in to
you
episode 14 of the No Nonsense Sports Podcast. It's me, Ant, Trent, and Johnny, and we'll see y'all next week. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, and review. Appreciate it, fellas.
This Aiden Ross motherfucker.